Hello, 6th grade advanced math students. I'm excited for our first online lesson. I was encouraged in advisory on Friday. We had a discussion about this possibility. We didn't know at the time that we were going to do this, but just the possibility. We had a discussion, and a lot of students were optimistic and had a very positive attitude about new things we might learn. And I know for sure I'm already learning new things about how to teach online, and I'm excited at the possibilities. There are actually some things that I think will be beneficial compared to the normal way of doing class, because you'll be able to move at your own pace, and I'll reveal some of that to you as we go here. I have a tendency to make overly long videos, so I'm going to try to be careful about that. I'm going to ask you to click on the video on each slide on Nearpod whenever there is a video, and what you will often hear is the answer to this problem was this. If you got that answer, you can move to the next slide. If you didn't, you might want to watch the rest of the video, that type of thing, so that you can spend time on the problems that gave you trouble, and you can move quickly past the ones that gave you no trouble at all. Let me show you a couple things online. The first thing will be very familiar to you, your favorite website. You've been going there every day anyway, so just keep doing what you've been doing. Go to the math blog, click on the date, and the only difference is that in addition to the assignment for that night and the assignment help video, that's always been there, you'll have above that a lesson, a Nearpod lesson, and notes. I'm going to click on the notes and just show you what the notes are. The notes are a PDF that you can print out. You may or may not want to print it out. I've got all of these notes in the Nearpod lesson, so you might not even need to print this out, but I know some students may prefer to print this out and work on this paper, so just know that that's there. And then you click on the Nearpod lesson, as you must have already done to be watching this, and you work through the Nearpod lesson, put your name, and then join session, and then just work at your own pace. If you see a slide and you're not sure what to do what you think you should do, and then click to the next slide, and I've probably explained it on the next slide. These notes, the Nearpod lesson and the notes, do not need to be turned in to me. They're doing what we always do in class, putting you in the best possible position to test your mastery of the thing we learned using the learning opportunity, which is the assignment for that night. And you should just complete the assignment like you always do, using the homework help video to check your work or to get support. And then the next Nearpod lesson will give you the answers to the assignment, so you can grade it like you always do in class. And I'll explain how that's going to work to you on tomorrow's lesson, because there was no assignment for you to turn in for today's lesson. Okay, so the blog is pretty much normal. Just know that you'll need to click on the Nearpod lesson to get the lesson started. The other thing I need you to know is on the portal, the way I will know that you did the lesson is you go to your class period. I'm going to choose first period here, and just go to discussion board, the discussion boards, discussions. Now these have always been here, but as I scroll down, you see they very often get no views, no comments, because nobody needed any support on that assignment, or they were getting support in some other way. The ones that have high numbers are usually golden ticket problems, but they'll have high numbers from now on because everyone's required to click on the lesson. Today's lesson is 7A.1, and at the very least, you just click on it and make some kind of comment. I don't care what the comment is. I prefer that you don't mark it private, because your comment, you may have a question about one of the problems on the lesson, or you may have a question about that night's homework assignment, and your question might help another student. So please only mark it private if you feel you absolutely must. So if you have nothing else to say, you could say, "Hi, Mr. Colby, I enjoyed the lesson," and then it'll register your name, and I'll know that that's how I'm doing attendance. That's how I'll know that you did the lesson. Okay, so you do that once per day. I'll email you if I don't see it, to make sure everyone understands that that's the expectation. You can use that in any way. You can ask questions, you can make comments, you can ask questions about the assignment. If you notice a mistake I made, you can let me know. Okay, so I'm going to jump right into the videos for the lesson, and I'm planning to just chop them up and place them after each Nearpod slide where they belong. But I'm not sure how that's going to work, but I'm about to learn right now.